Good morning, or at least late good morning. I'm here at the castle here in Kyoto, and it's named that. Get up there, and took another pleasant little bus ride to get here. And you can see there's a tour group coming in right now. So once again, lots of tourists braving the humid, hot weather. So I'm going to go get an audio guide, and let's get this tour underway. Wow, just toured the palace here, built for the shogun, and it is quite impressive and also humorous in terms of how little humanity changes from places to places in the world. So a couple examples of this. First of all, it's a series of rooms where they become more intimate the closer you get to the shogun. And then when you enter the space of the shogun, there's architectural elements. For example, he's on a raised platform. He's underneath a coffered part of the ceiling. There's certain other aspects to the space that he's occupying that's different from the rest. And the other thing is there's like the more big formal rooms and less or more informal rooms where the shogun would meet. Motifs of change of the seasons, motifs of power. But also it's interesting when you had changeover of political power, how things change. So for example, up here you have the chrysanthemum of the emperor. Well, there's also a three-sided hollyhock motif found throughout this palace. But when it was just taken over by the emperor in the restoration period, certain aspects of the hollyhock, which symbolizes the shogunate, were covered over. So it's like the same thing played out time and time again, throughout human history. One set of people are in charge, it's one way. The other set of people are in charge. We have to change things to show that we're in charge compared to the old people who were in charge. So I found that very, very fascinating. Overall, this whole structure, this whole building is so worth touring. Now we're going to walk this direction, which I've already done once before, but this is entering into the garden space, just to give you an idea of what I'm seeing. And isn't this beautiful? Could be a little greener, I think, but this is what I was expecting. And so apparently over there somewhere there was some pavilions that were built for an imperial visit to the shogun at one point in time. So I'm going to leave you with this ending shot here, and I'll talk to you later. Now there's another shot of the gardens right here. And the neat part about it is this is the palace that I toured right here. And so the gardens were laid out that way you could open up and peer out onto the gardens while you're in the palace. So this is the view that people would get, because these would be the corridors right here leading around to various rooms. So as you're in the corridors outside the formal meeting rooms, I mean, just imagine just being here and just looking at this. Now granted, it's really humid and hot today, but think of other times of the year. This will be nice and lush and green, and quite impressive. Well, the tour continues. So just to get your bearings, I came in over there originally, and you make your way through the Shogun's Palace, which is the structures beyond these garden trees here. Now this right here is another palace that was brought here at a later date. And this garden was kind of laid out to kind of accentuate that palace. It's closed for renovations. And then right now I'm top of the donjon here of the castle. Apparently it's one of two. The other one was located over there on the other side. So far it's been quite impressive. I mean, this is very, very stunning. This is what I came to Japan for, some of the architectural features. And so just let you look at this as I talk. So this has been quite impressive. I mean, I can imagine these spaces being used by very important people. And granted, it's August, so it's kind of drier and much more humid and hot. But I can imagine during other times of the year, would have been a beautiful place to reside and to conduct your affairs. The last little piece is, that's the other corner of the castle grounds is over there. And that's that one and the other one over there are the only two remaining like corner keep tower things. But you can see like the inner moat here and other features, so quite impressive. What a civilized way to take a rest break here in this little tea house. John had a craft beer from Kyoto, but it overlooks this wonderful little Japanese tea garden here. As I walk and show you, this is very, very exquisite. And once again, I'm assuming that if it was not so warm and humid and hot, that this would probably be much greener. But time to wrap up this tour of the castle and move on to my next destination for today. As you know, John does not like heights, but in the Kyoto Tower, so down that way, down there, that's where my hotel is. On the 6th floor is where I'm residing, so I'm a little bit higher than that. Give you the skyline of Kyoto, and move over here. So this monstrosity right here is the train station here, and way down below, I can see it. Yeah, that's the infamous bus terminal. Come back around here quickly before I burn up too much time here on the camera. Finally, this is one of the many temples. I didn't visit this one, but I went and explored basically this section of the city yesterday and then this part today. So I'm wrapping up my time here in Kyoto. I'm going to enjoy this moment for a few more minutes, head back down and find some dinner.